Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for so long. I took a little hiatus. So now we're back and I just want to just talk today. So I'm starting a new series on my channel called Bed Talks. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not going to be crazy. So I just wanted to talk about basically where I've been, what I've been doing, my mentality, my future goals, just to keep you guys updated and just to be honest and real and transparent with you guys on here. So, I took a hiatus right after my dance show about almost 2 months now, 2 months ago now. And the reason why I did it was because I felt so burnt out. Like, when I tell you burnt out, like, I could not even get up on time for work. And it took me so long to get back on what I was on and just stick to it. Like one day I would wake up early, next day I would just sleep in. And it'd be like a constant pattern of just waking up early, going to sleep late, waking up late, going to sleep early. It was so weird. It's just a weird concept that my body was just on. And I really had to like just focus on getting back on my plan and my schedule and just being consistent with that. So after the show, I got my knee checked out because I was hurting so bad. And I knew that I really messed my knee up probably about, I think it was in January, like late January. I was doing something in practice and I felt just like a pop and I didn't know what to do. I kept on just trying to put a brace on it and move, move along with the show. Because in dance, we all know that the show doesn't stop. If someone injured, the understudy takes it. So I didn't want that to be the case because I put so much blood, sweat, and tears in this daggone performance. So the next day I woke up from like a weird feeling in my knee. I couldn't stand on it and I couldn't walk. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. Honestly, I thought that I wouldn't be able to dance, but nothing was broken, but I had a partially torn meniscus. And with that, that doesn't need surgery. It just needs a lot of time to heal. And I found myself right after trying to get back into dance that I literally could not dance full out. And in that moment, I knew I had two decisions. You either rest and recover so you can come back stronger, or you dance and you keep dancing on it and not stopping and injure yourself even worse. I took the first option. So after my show, I took like a 3 week just hiatus from dance. And in that moment, in that time, I really had to reflect on who I wanted to become, where I wanted to go in dance, what were my goals, who am I without dance? And that's the big question. Who am I without dance? So within those 3 weeks to a month of break, I literally just sat with myself and I was just thinking, like, if dance wasn't your first love, what will you be doing right now? And I really had to sit down and really understand who I was as a person outside of dance. I didn't know. I felt so lost. I was even talking to my therapist about it, that I felt so lost without dance. I felt like so depressed and I felt like I didn't have anyone. So, what did I do? I found who I was within the midst of the break in dance. I found who I was. I found what I wanted to be, who I wanted to be. What were my goals in dance? What did my future look like? I found all those things within like a 4-week time period. And now I'm implementing them now. And I just wanted to share some things that I do now and some things that I've been trying that really make me happy. So one thing that I really do now is run. I love running. And you're going to be like, Danielle, I thought you weren't doing like a lot on your leg. I literally am not. I only work out my upper body in strength training. I can't do any squats or anything like that because of doctor's orders. And I run and I stretch and I still take dance classes that aren't so heavy on my knees. So when it comes to running, I literally love it now. I love it. And I didn't know that I was going to love it that much because I always said, like, oh, I would never turn into one of those people that just follow trends. And as y'all know, the whole hybrid training thing is so popular nowadays. And I didn't want to be just like them and be like, oh, yeah, well, I'm a hybrid trainer, I'm a hybrid athlete. I didn't want to do that. But I can say running, so good for you. So good for you. And I found that when I do run, my mind is so clear. And when I come back from my run, I am so like energized most of the time. And I feel lighter, I feel brighter, I feel happier at peace. So I've been running at least 3 times a week and just strength training once a week. And I have lost 4 pounds within 7 days, which was crazy. I wasn't really even intentionally trying to lose weight, but now that I know that I can run and do as minimal strength training and still get results, I'm going to be doing that for like the rest of the year. Also, what I have done is I have taken a Pilates class. Now, when I tell you Pilates is not like, it is not easy at all. At all. I took the Reformer Pilates class and I was like, okay, I can understand why these girls be like, their core be tight, it be strong. And I did that because one of my dance mentors, she came to my show and she was like, hey, do you strength train too much? And at that time, I was strength training way too much. And I looked like it on stage. I look so bulky. Like I look not bulky, but I look very, very strong. And it is a good thing to be strong, but it was also like messing me up too. Like it was kind of messing up the way that I dance. It was making me really stiff in some movements. So that's why I had to kind of like change my training program up. So I went to a reformer Pilates class and I freaking love it. I am going to go back every time that I get the chance to go back. What else have I done? I went to the gun range. Yes. I love shooting. I don't know if that's going to get me canceled on YouTube, but I love shooting guns. And I'm going to go back for that. I've been like literally, I have been finding myself through this entire time just resting. And one thing that my therapist told me is you are so sad without dance because you've been pouring into other people and not pouring back into yourself. And that really resonated with me. I'm like, yo, that is so true. I'm always the person that is taking care of someone. I'm always the person who is entertaining someone. I'm always the person to, you know, just give back. Who is giving all that love and care and, you know, just peace Who's giving that back to me? I have to make that for myself. So I've been doing the things that I listed, I've been doing them by myself. I go on runs by myself. I am shopping by myself now, which I haven't been doing for the last 2 years because you all know that I do have someone. And it's like, I miss that freedom, and not freedom as in freedom away from your partner, but just freedom to do anything, not have to answer to no one for the day, go anywhere that you want, say anything, listen to any type of music. And I'm not saying that I don't have that freedom while being in my relationship. It's just sometimes we just be on a mission. Like if we need to go here, we're going to go here and that's it. And the way that we are disciplined mentally is just how we run our relationship. And it's so good to just break out of that sometimes and just say, okay, well, I knew I was going to Sephora, but I'm going to go to Sephora and Ulta, and I'm going to go get a wax, and I'm going to go to Old Navy and get me some jeans. And it's just so freeing just to be by yourself sometimes. And yeah, so now I think in like a couple of weeks, I'm going horseback riding. And then I'm trying archery too. So I believe that doing things by yourself, even when you're in a relationship and when you're just like getting away from your entrepreneurial duties, is so good for you. And it's so good for your business just to recoup again, recharge. Also, something that has happened in the like past 2 weeks now is last week I was nominated for a dance award and I did win. And honestly, I thank the Lord, Jesus Christ, for even having the opportunity to give back to my community and just dance, especially with the amazing Black girls that I was around, and just sharing our gifts with one another and our musicality and our personalities and just like our happiness and our funny times. Like, I just thank the Lord for that. And I I'm so grateful that dance allows me to not only express myself but build a community. And in those, I think, 6 months that we have been training and preparing for that show, I have grown closer not only to some of my dance sisters and made new friendships. I have grown closer with myself and trusting myself more. And when I was nominated for this award, I was like, I'm not going to win. And sometimes we psych ourselves out of the things that God literally is putting in front of us. We're like, oh no, that's not for me. Oh no, that doesn't I don't deserve that. But in actuality, that is what we deserve. That is what God God's will is for us. And I was too busy focusing on other people that I didn't see what God was trying to do in my life, or even what God was trying to show me. And now I understand what He was trying to show me, that I need to start seeing myself the way that God sees me. I need to start seeing myself the way that other people see me sometimes. And it's hard for me to do that. It's hard because I am so used to people not only just taking advantage of me, but not seeing me for how I see myself. So I psyched myself out from awards, and I psyched myself out from this particular ceremony because of my confidence in myself. And that's not an easy thing to say, because as dancers, we want to be confident. We have to be confident in our work. We want to be confident in ourselves, and it helps us through our dance and through our movements. But sometimes it just, in my head, it just doesn't mesh together. And I was so sure that my dance sister was gonna win. I laid back in my chair. I was like, yeah, girl, go ahead and pull up your speech, because I already know you won. And they said the winner of the 2026 such and such, such and such is Danielle-Monét. I got up so fast, I was like, what? Then in that moment, I had to stop having that limiting factor in my brain. Literally, I had to stop having that limiting factor in my brain that was putting myself so below the bar. So below the bar. And sometimes I think I do that because I don't want to seem so cocky. I don't want to seem overly confident to where I'm like flabbergasted that I didn't get it. And in that moment, literally in that moment, God told me, this is how I see you. You are not you're not ordinary. You're perfect. You're not an ordinary person. You're peculiar. You have this gift that I set out for you to glorify me doing it. Why do you think that you are so below what you are? And in that moment, I literally had to go up on stage and just say, I want to thank my cast, and I want to thank God for even giving me the gift to dance and glorify him in it. Because that's literally what he said when I was walking up to that stage. It was like, see, this is what I planned for you. And in my head, before that, I just could not get it. But now I do. I have to have confidence in myself. I have to be a confident dancer. Talent gets me in the room, but confidence gets me way, way beyond the room. The way that I carry myself, the way that my confidence is, how I speak to other people, that is what holds me in the room. That is what keeps me in the room. And that is what is going to have me looking like, or perspective, or the perspective of, or perception of how I am with other people. When other people step out and they say, hey, you know that one dancer that we saw today, Danielle-Monét? Yeah, her sportsmanship is just amazing. Her attitude was just amazing. I want to hire her for a different thing. I have to start believing in myself more. I have to start believing in my work and believing in who I am as a person. So this journey is not going to be peaches and cream. This is a long journey. A long journey. And I'm just getting started. So there you have it. There's my update. So yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment under. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. High volume. High volume. High volume. Am I really that?